I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThatUmbrellaGuy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm feeling fly, yeah, I'm so damn fresh. Got that platinum grill, bringing in the chest. Diamonds in my mouth, shining when I speak. That umbrella guy, flossing speaking geek. Ice on my teeth, I'm dripping so hard. Platinum grills, I'm the king of the boulevard. Throwing money in the club, making haters mad. I'm the baddest in the game, no one gets a pass. Ooh yeah. Crushing all these lines, yeah, I feel fly. Rolling on the dubs, that umbrella guy. Iced out flow on the boulevard. You ain't a comic gangster, don't be playing hard. Ice on my teeth, I'm flying so high. Dropping the bass, that umbrella guy. One drill to rule them all, one drill to bind them. Baby, I'm so iced out, gonna blind them. Rolling in town, I'm an army of one. Doing verbal walk-bys, blazing like the sun. Riding in my whip, crushing false accusers. Dropping off the bass on the real abusers. Yeah. Living life fast, no time for the slow. Justice on my mind, stacking up on that flow. Life in the fast lane, no time to blink. Ice on my teeth, watch it when I speak. Chillin' on my rhymes, never missing a beat. Ice on my teeth, yeah, I'm living that sweet. That umbrella guy, bringing the platinum heat. Crushing every hater, no time for defeat. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, indeed. What's up, folks? We are a little early today, but who cares, right? Oh man, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be fun. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, it's gonna be a good one. I'm feeling it, man. You know what's crazy? I noticed on our channel here that YouTube is not giving out any type of notification to like most of the people that are subscribed to the channel. You gotta love that. So remind people that we are live. It's amazing to find out that we're doing something and YouTube is like, yeah, I know you're live, but it's like, wait, what? Oh my God, man, there is so much stupid and awesome and crazy. And on top of that, you know, we have the review that we need to keep doing, by the way. You got one? Wow. Some of you got one, but not many. Yeah, it actually gives me a stat when it goes live. It tells me about how many people are getting something. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. You know, how many did you give that to again? Oh, yeah, not many. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I hope y'all are having a great weekend, by the way. Give me a minute. I'm going to pull up something. I've got to There's a document I wanted you to see. If I can actually find it. Good Lord, man. There's so much. I was going through, somebody mailed me something, and I was like, all right, that looks cool. There we are. Isn't it amazing, by the way? Like, when you start looking through, cases, how much just insanity you find sometimes. Give me 1 minute. Here we go. So, I want you to check out something that has happened. You're going to enjoy this, too. So, it's something you may already know about, but still, here we go. Well, dang it, my share screen is messing up. Just give me a minute here. Technical difficulties, volume 1. No, actually, the share screen on the freaking, on the thing here, it's not wanting to work. So check this out. Like, you have your orders that are actually listed for what's going on in different trials. You can see how they come up. And notice a certain person, their name pops up. Order already motion to appear. Pro hack. Definitely fits. He's definitely a pro hack. Who's that name? Oh, wait. Brucey Bruce. For John Cook. Bruce again? For Lionette? Huh. Maybe we should look into that a little bit. The Brewster. He's doing exactly what we all talked about. You know, the fact that he's inserting himself heavily into everything. Because of course he is. I mean, of course he freaking is. He's going to be all over every single facet of this case. No matter what happens, he's going to be everywhere and nowhere on it. I mean, it's just amazing to see, you know. So, give me a second. Let's pull up some documents related to this, too. I mean, he's going to be on everything. They're going to be naming kids after him and everything else. I mean, it's so bizarre, isn't it? And you also have, of course, motion 2. So check this out. So we have a motion to dismiss. And I want to show you, it's not exactly the motion to dismiss that I want to show you. So you notice, again, your civil action, Jeremy Hales, versus Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexis, Preston, that is, oh, and John Cook. John Cook, by the way, he needs to step up his name game, doesn't he? I mean, when you're talking about name games here, I mean, look at this. She's got 400, she got 5 names that are just sitting on this. And old John Cook, he's got 2, he's got 2 names, like 8 letters worth. One of her names, like, dwarfs his. I mean, her second name alone has more letters, or it's the same amount of letters in it, rather than his whole freaking thing. I mean, it's just bizarre. Could you imagine being a little kid and being told to spell your mama's name? You know, like, my daughter, we're teaching her about spelling different things, and one of the things, you know, learning how to spell Dad's name and how to spell Sissy's name. Can you imagine? Hey, little one, let's spell out Mom's name. Lynette, Michelle, Lacey. You'd be like, oh my God, it never ends. Oh my God, that would be so messed up. But anyway. Now, by the way, if you enjoyed the channel, make sure that you, like I said, share us. We are definitely not getting YouTube love today. That's all right, though. I mean, the stuff will build, but it is crazy that that YouTube, they sometimes, they don't like you talking about what's going on. So make sure people get that out there. But if you look at this, look at who's listed here. Like right at the bottom, check this out. So in your motion to dismiss, you have a certain Brucey Bruce. That's right. Ambulance chaser strikes again. Oh my God. He's trying to, I'm telling you. He's attaching himself to everything. You talk about putting your eggs in one really stupid basket. Oh, I mean, between him and Stark, they were like, you know what? We're going to try to get paid. We're going to try to get that clout. We're going to try to get it off of Jeremy's. And I mean, they attach to everything. It's wild to see. It is absolutely. And now this is going exactly how pretty much everybody expected, I think. But at the same time, it's funny to see too. Ugh, I don't know. Douche canoe wannabe. Exactly. Now, I'm excited today because we also have this wonderful thing. The thing I was looking forward to seeing. And that, I didn't get to cover this yesterday, by the way, because I had a bunch of stuff going on. So, good stuff, by the way, I must report. But, I didn't get to see Chapter 2 in this wonderful, blunderful world of Deposition. Oh my God, I've been looking forward to this all weekend long, by the way. Like, so far. I know it's been just a start of it, but I even started early today so we could finish in case it was longer, because you know how some of this stuff gets long. Caroline, by the way, this is good advice. Remember professional. Good luck. Pretzel fun. Thank you. So I'm going to remember professional when we're doing this too. Okay. Sue Scott, thank you for the 5 there. Swim. You're totally drowning in content. I know. I think Sunday I'll finally get to the Laura Owens body cam footage, which is amazing too. I mean, there's so much goodness out there. Max Lab, what's up, Max Lab? Did I see? Did I indeed, buddy? Did I indeed? Thank you, by the way. Like I said, Max Lab, appreciate you. Always. Max Lab's always sending in the goods, you know, and it helps out. You people who send me documents, like, I really appreciate it because, like I said, kids, jobs, stuff, and it, you know, it makes it a lot easier. I go in and review off and on periodically, but when new stuff comes up, like somebody always hits me with it right off the bat. Max Lab, you're really great about it. Thank you. I'm hitting 2 more of these. Fallen Hero, thank you for that gifted membership. Appreciate you, Fallen Hero. Hope you're doing great. Thank you. Renice, thank you for the $20. Appreciate that. No attached statement, but plenty of statement and backing. Thank you for the backing. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right. Now, I've been looking forward to this so much. There's already a new chapter. Oh, the new chapter will be by, like, tomorrow. You always have Jeremy and George. They do their live streams. I don't step on their live streams. So we'll have another day gap in that. We will cover something else tomorrow. That way that, you know, we don't, again, their story, their lawsuits, everything else. But having said that, this is their video. Make sure that you subscribe to What the Hell's. On top of that, make sure that you watch their original content. And on top of that, make playlists. That way they can watch everything. Having said that, let's get this road on the show or vice versa. Flip it around.
Plead the fifth to the, just make sure you're pleading the fifth to the question. You moved from California to Minnesota. You're taking the fifth.
Sir, I moved from California to Minnesota as a baby. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then from Minnesota, you went to Iowa?
From Minnesota, I went.
I love how she plead that, by the way. This is the clip that starts it up, right? We'll get this in there. But I do love the fact that she'll plead the fifth to something, and then she'll answer it anyway. I don't know. It cracks me up. She's like, I plead the fifth. You're like, are you sure? Wait, you're pleading the fifth on that? And then she'll answer it. And you're like, wait, what now? What indeed? So anyway.
To Iowa. Actually, I forgot. I went to Missouri.
Okay. How long did you live in Missouri?
I don't know how many years.
Well,
I don't remember.
Okay, from Missouri you went to Minnesota, right? No?
I went from California to Minnesota. I went from Minnesota to Missouri. I went from Missouri to Germany. I went from Germany to Iowa. I went from Iowa to Florida.
When you were in Germany, was that because of a military?
I was married to a military man, yes.
Okay. Where were you in Germany?
Somebody called that right, by the way. Somebody called that right yesterday. They were like, I bet she was married to a military man. And that's exactly it. I figured that was right, by the way. I lived in Germany when I was a child. You know, I was not married to a military man. That's creepy the way I said I was child married to a military. Wait a minute. No. No, my biological father was a military man, I guess. He was not married to this person, by the way. No way. I admit I'm part Gollum. That's how I can do the voice. I can do it. I'm part Gollum Precious. No. But yeah, I lived back in the day. I lived in Germany, so that's what I figured that had to be about. Oh my God, this has already got me laughing a little, and it shouldn't. It's not even that funny, but it is to me a little bit. Gabriel Jackie, by the way, thanks for 5. I took a snap of an article with Shia douche trying to fight people in Scotland. If you like. Did you get my gift? I did. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Actually, the girls got a gift. Actually, the girls love reading. So I love it when people send stuff to the PO box. It's always like a surprise what'll come, and I'm gonna post about that on Twitter and showcase what came. But thank you. I appreciate that very much. So I love getting like random stuff like that. But we got books, and the kids, anything history, anything like that. Anyway, I'll put it on Twitter there though. So thank you there.
Stationed.
Oh my God. This man is going to have everything. Everything that I have is going to be on the line.
Lynette is making a fundamental, crucial mistake. I actually already have everything. She's being questioned and to see if she's being honest for future charges. So we could...
That's true, to be honest. Background checks, that'll give you so much. You can hire somebody to do all of that. You remember, if you didn't keep up with Nate the lawyer and Boozy, one of the things out of that I thought was really telling, a lot of people didn't realize how far down the rabbit hole something would go. They hired somebody to look into history of posting, just look into the person themselves, and they created a dossier, and that dossier was amazing. So much information in it. Yeah, that's the kind of companies that exist out there now. You can find out anything, and that's standard form. Private investigators. Talk to Paul Barisi, and Paul Barisi, he was talking about all of the tactics, going in, and all the information you can find out about people as a private investigator, and it's wild. You think that you have information that isn't known about you. It can be known. So her thinking that everything's secured, no. Tie stick there, thanks for there. I plead the fifth to everything I did. Yeah, I plead the fifth to living in Germany. But it's just amazing. Like, she thinks that he doesn't know this stuff. And 100% you do. You go in with all the information that you can, and you see how somebody responds to everything.
Can debunk that one right away. And I know many of you have been debunking her as well. For example, many of you saw Crook in the reflection of her glasses. Keep watching. He is there. And then others have already looked up her pain management doctor. You know, Pollyanna. Well, yeah, he does some pain management. He also focuses on addiction. Now, this isn't the only deposition.
Now, that was something noted. Okay. Pain management or addiction management. I'm going to say this straight up. If somebody is seeing an addiction management specialist and they're playing by those rules, kudos to them. I never will mock somebody for that. That is not... That's something, again, if they're doing it properly... If we're not talking about like pill milling or anything, that is 100% something that should be given kudos. It shouldn't be mocked. So, I'll never go after that. But yeah, I saw people sent me that portion over. Saying this is the guy right here, and it was interesting. It was kind of interesting to see.
That you're going to witness, because as of filming right now today, Russ the Sus is being subpoenaed for a deposition for the federal court, because now she actually has a lawyer representing her, so we can move forward. This is great. Marla Hughes will be the second individual that will be deposed, and charges will then be pressed afterwards. All will have to be done in the court system. Lizzie Bailey in California. There are going to be others. Stupid Dave in Wisconsin. All will be subpoenaed, forced to be deposed in Levy County. We'll probably have to get Jamster through jail somehow. But you know what? At least Shart has finally somewhat told the truth. She told the world she's coming to Otter Creek. Well, that was well over a year ago. Except she's being forced now, legally, to show up. I guess it's not.
Woo-wee! Now that's some spicy stuff to find out now, isn't it? Huh? Everybody and their mama. It's funny too, I mean, essentially, like, these people wanted to declare war on Jeremy Hales. They did. I mean, you look at some of the stuff some of these folks have done. They thought it was funny again to sue just random people covering items. They tried to cut the man off, to box him in, and they've tried to wreck and ruin him. And they thought that nothing would happen. So you have people that are ended up, they're ending up visiting Ye Old Otter Creek because of Ye Old Otter Creek, because of court depot. You have people that are looking down the barrel of potential litigation. The ones that celebrated litigation when it was aimed at other people. I mean, it's just amazing stuff when you think about it. Oh, man.
Not Otter Creek. It's Bronson. It's Levy County. But you know what? She's such good buds with Russ the Sus down the county. I mean, she could stay at Turtle Purgatory. I guess they should have minded their own business and never bullied me.
I'm sorry. I got laughing about it because he's like, fuck around and find out, buddy. That's essentially what that was. That's what that expression was. And it's funny because, again, all these people celebrated the idea. Oh, yeah, go get that Jeremy. You know what? This guy, he's not powerless. He has the ability to basically call you on that shit. So, good luck with that. Hope you have fun with it. Fun times, right? What's up, Ty Stick? Thanks for the 2. Also, bail bondsmen, i.e. court officers. There's a lot of people, there's The John Cook stuff. I still want to see what happens with John Cook. I still want to see what happens with his charges. I'm curious how everything's going to play out with him. I mean, again, like I said, I feel like I'm drowning in this content, and it's the only time I've ever not been afraid of the water to drown. This is the kind of waters you want to drown in. So anyway, let's go. Let's go.
I lived in Mannheim.
Ramstein?
Mannheim.
Okay.
Mannheim.
All right. Then you went back to the United States, and you wound up in Iowa at that point. Is that right? That's where you get the ministry school?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm begging for continuance till I have my attorney present.
Ma'am, no attorneys has shown up. I called the court, and I alerted them that you wanted to have a continuance because you wanted to get an attorney. You heard what the judge said. We can't not continue this deposition.
If you missed out, for some reason, if you missed out on the last live stream, watch it, because it's gold. It is golden. Megalodon's foe, a.k.a. Megan Fox, was on here. We had a grand old time looking at the beginning of all of this. But yeah, I've never seen, during a depo, I've never seen this. He was like, we're gonna call the judge, and he's gonna advise, because I don't want to be accused later on of trying to essentially impede you, not having a lawyer present. And of course, Judge Grudge couldn't make the time to get there, and answer that question. They're like, oh, he's busy. He's too busy to find out, to give you any guidance here. It's fascinating. I get judges are busy with stuff, but at the same time, he had a lot of time to give guidance before, didn't he? He just seemed to rate in lectures when she needed them. And then when it came to this, it's like, no, of course. It was the same kind of stuff that I kind of expected. I would think you would expect too. But I've never seen somebody actually dial the judge up and be like, hey, while we're doing this, let's find out. Let's find out indeed. Reflections in classes. We got a tour of ye old domicile. We got rage face. This stuff has been amazing so far. It's been amazing, surprising. I tell you, it's like every human emotion you could have happened. But anyway, let's continue.
You cannot stop here. You had plenty of time to get an attorney up. Instead, you're doing this at the morning of the...
No, I haven't. I've been doing it for weeks.
When did you
Shame
call
on
Mr.
you.
Silverman? When did you call Mr. Silverman?
I've been calling attorneys for weeks.
Right, but you haven't hired anybody, correct?
Haven't been able to afford it until now.
Okay. Oh, as you sit here today, you can afford it?
As of up till today, we couldn't find one that would even touch it. Now we found a couple that could touch it, and I had to raise the money for it. Yes, sir.
So you've raised the money to pay the retainer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did you call Mr. Silverman?
A couple days ago.
Okay. And there's been nobody's entered appearance, right? And is that correct for you?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. We're going to move on.
By the way, I saw somebody say, I can't watch 8 hours. Man, I could watch like 40 hours of this. I'm telling you. I love Depo anyway, but you'll never see something else like this. If you do, correct me if I'm wrong. You'll see crazy depositions. There's some wild ones out there. But this one, the comedy to it's amazing. I've seen a few, like you'll watch a deposition and you'll think, that was funny, or that was telling, or man, I do need to see this. But I've never seen one just draw me in and make me want to watch it. So some people, if that's not your thing, I get it. But for me, This is amazing. I don't want to watch it by myself now. I need you all to watch it with me. We can watch it together. You go watch it with Jeremy, and then we'll watch it together. For me, I need to watch it with you guys. Come on, you two, be nice. There he goes.
I'm going to show you
I didn't want to start for a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
this. You received this notice for your deposition today, correct?
I can't see it.
See it now?
Yeah, I believe I did.
Okay. You are to have with you at your deposition all of the following: complete and legible copy of all documents, including video recordings, audio recordings, photographs, emails, text messages, letters, facsimiles, either directly or indirectly referencing or relating to the claims made in this case by you against Mr. Hales. Did you bring anything with you today?
Look at that. Did you bring anything with you? I sure did. Holy shit. Look at that. She brought the freaking rainforest with her. Yeah, we clear cut a rainforest to print this off for you. Holy God. I mean, look at that. You could crush a grown man with this thing. That thing's a weapon. Better tell that lawyer it's a good thing that this is by Zoom. Because otherwise, woo, man, she starts flailing that around. That'd be like throwing around cinder blocks. Oh, man.
Ma'am,
Everything that's been provided to the court.
Okay, I have those. We're in luck. So we'll go through those. I have everything you gave to the court, and we're going to go through.
Holy God, look. Is there any rhyme or reason to it, really? Is there an easy reference system? I personally love the handwritten notes in the front that you can tell like they're on yellow paper. So, oh my God, that's amazing. That is. Like for me, like if I were dealing with that, I'm not saying I wouldn't have things printed off, but I would have them bound, easy referenced. You know, I would have tabs in them where I could find everything. Like I said, it's just like somebody's carry-on bag threw up a rainforest. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love it. Teresa, Rider Chick. I'll call you that. I find myself gravitating more to Rider Chick. I don't know. It just sticks with me. I like that. Thanks for the 5 there. I'm like you, Tug. I could watch this for hours, but not alone. I'll need a hug afterwards. I know. So many of you, by the way, were like, we love watching it with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my God. Okay, I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop the live because I'm only 5 minutes in, and I'm telling you, 8 hours of laughing like this, I'm going to die from this stuff. I'm going to die. I've got to. Oh my God! I gotta calm down. Okay, here we go.
Sure, ma'am. You don't need to show them up like that.
Yeah,
Don't show them up.
nothing is in order. They're just in.
I have it in order too. We're in luck again.
Oh my God! Nothing's in order either. There's no order. They're just randomly thrown in a fucking bag. Oh my God, that's crazy. This can't be real. Who is playing this joke on me? Oh my God, she's not real. She can't be real. This story can't be real. It is all an elaborate practical joke. It has got to be. Whoever's punking me now, this is the best shit I've ever seen. By the way, Cunning Linguist, thanks for the 2. So much better to hear you laughing at this shit. I know. I mean, you could be mad and take it serious. Again, for like Jeremy, for example. I mean, he makes some great commentary with stuff. But for him, I understand how this is pointed at his life. For me, I understand the consequences of it, but what a fucking sideshow. I mean, my God. The stuff she says, too. Like, some of it, she doesn't understand. Invoking. That's no idea. Oh, it's so good. Let me hit these. I gotta breathe for a second. Stick, thanks for the vibe. No lawyer would touch the case. Would you touch that? What a mischief. No, absolutely not. Just look at those filings. You realize 2/3 of the stack of papers are handwritten. I know. That is so amazing. Handwritten notes, handwritten items. Oh man. I would love to read all of those, by the way. I bet there are so many amazing scraps of paper that we were never privy to. Can you imagine what's written in there? I wonder if some of them, those gaps in thought that she has, like when she's going, it's just like a constant flow of, I thought the joke list was bad about this, the constant flow of a thought. It's like they're journalist sisters. They went to the same journalist school. And Sandra D. Sandra, thank you for a gifted membership. I appreciate that. All right, let's get this on the road again. I'm sorry, I'm good to go now.
So, and I asked you this question not because I don't have your court file. I do have all your court filings. My question is, when I showed up at the court hearing the last time, you were thinking you were ready to play some videos, correct?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
to this day, I've never seen them. Those videos, I haven't been provided them. You got to show them. You got to provide them to me. Do you have them in a digital format?
I can make them I can put them on a disc if you need them.
I didn't ask you to put them on a disc. Do you have them on digital format?
Suppose is she going to bring them in like a camcorder or on her phone? She's like, I have them on Betamax. You're like, what's going on? I'm going to crank it out in the old VHS. Oh, my God. Oh, it's so good. So good.
No, I have them on my phone.
You have them on your phone? Okay, stop. I got it. How many videos, ma'am, please listen carefully to this question because there's no surprises here. How many videos do you intend to show when we resume court?
Hold on 1 second.
She disappears.
This cupboard is a no. Please get out there. That cupboard is a no-no. Please do not sit in that cupboard. Please listen to mommy. Please. I'm begging you, Harley. Listen to mommy.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
no-no. Don't show it. That's fine. That one only.
I've never seen anything
To make sure that she's not getting into stuff. I'm sorry.
How many videos do you intend to show as evidence when we resume the court?
I have 2 for sure. And then I have new evidence.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
New evidence is
I'm
not
getting an attorney. I'm getting an attorney. The
Ma'am.
attorney will tell me what to do.
Ma'am, let's try it again. You said you have 2 videos that you definitely intend to use, and the question was how many videos? You said 2 you intend, and then you said something about new evidence.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5 or 6. I'm not sure.
They breed like rabbits.
When you say 5 or 6, does that include the 2 that you talked about?
Yes.
Okay, so you're talking about maybe 3 or 4 additional videos you intend to introduce.
Oh, God, that straw. Oh, my God, that straw. Oh, just watching somebody's tongue slither up a straw is not helping me in my life. I'm like, oh, my God, how is that? Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Like Jack's mom said, thanks for the 2 words that keep repeating in my head. Poor Randy. I know, I keep thinking that as well. I keep thinking it. Tina, thanks. I haven't followed with the What the Hell's case. I can't believe I almost missed out on this. Yes, if you haven't, by the way, for some reason, I do want to note this. I should have said this before. If you haven't followed the cases, I mean, there's so much of it. You need to go back, figure out everything that you missed on it. DUI guy did a catch-up video at one time that was months ago. There has been so much that has happened since then. New litigation, new forms of crazy. But yeah, if you just tuned in and you think like this piece of, if you think, man, I missed what happened with this. Well, don't worry. There's much, much more coming. Much, much more. So make sure that you understand. Like Bonnie says here, thanks for the vibe. It's like a train wreck I can't stop watching. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel on it, Liz too. I have evidence. I don't have evidence. My stack of papers fell down. I have text videos. I don't have text videos. It's all amazing. It is all amazing. So you need that in your life.
That's correct.
Correct. I don't know. I don't know. That's going to be my answer. I don't know.
What don't you know? You said maybe 5 or 6. Did you know?
I don't know what videos I'm going to use.
Ma'am,
now that I have an attorney going to take over, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know.
What videos do you have that you might not use? How many videos do you intend to show? This is your chance, ma'am. You're the witness. The spotlight is on you. So
I don't know.
Well, you have to know.
I do not have to know. I don't know.
You just said you have 2 videos that you want to use, and you said maybe 3 or 4 more. Was that a truthful statement under oath?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about those 3 or 4 now. Okay, describe them.
They're Mr. Hale's own videos.
Okay, that's it. Can you give what is the 3 or 4 that you're talking about? He has a lot of videos, doesn't he?
Yeah, over 180 videos, humiliating, berating, belittling, and hurting me.
Which of the 3 or 4 are you talking about when you say 3 or 4?
I'm not sure which ones I was going to use. Now I have a lawyer.
She's gonna go through all of his videos and just randomly pick out 3 or 4 to utilize as weapons. That was the idea. I mean, think about that. Like if I were saying, I've got 6 videos. Well, I've got, let's just say, I've got 2 videos I definitely know I'm going to use for sure. Well, what's in it? I could describe that. The others, what would be there? I could definitely map those out. Could there be other stuff? Sure, maybe. I don't know. But currently, I mean, again, she could have just gone with 2. She could have said 2, and then later on, if they decided that, wow, more relevant information has actually come up in this, they could have done that as well. But what's astounding to me is she's like, yeah, I'm going to use this stuff, but, hey, Limp, thanks for the Decembers here. I saw that roll through, by the way. Thank you. Brittany said, thanks for the 20. Please make it stop. Never make it stop. Never. It never can end. It can't end. And like Tostic said, thanks for the 2 there. I don't know the basis of my own case. That's essentially what's being said. I have no idea. I brought this action. I brought it. But I have no idea what the foundation for my case is. Like, think about that statement. It is so wacky. Yeah, I have this stuff I'm going to present. I'm going to go after this person. Well, what are you going to go after them with? What's your proof? What's your proof that X, Y, or Z is happening? I don't know. I have no idea what my proof is. Oh, my God.
That I'm going to be dealing with, I don't know.
Okay,
the answer is I don't know.
Okay, then when you said 3 or 4, were you just making a false statement?
No, I was not making a false statement. I'm sure we're going to use 3 or 4 videos. Yes.
Okay, good. So tell me about the 3 or 4 you're sure you're going to use.
2?
My 2 for sure, and then the 3rd of a meeting at the thing. I've also been granted the videos from the courthouse. So there will be 3 videos there. So right now, let's just say 5. for now.
They're breeding.
Could be more.
You said something about, well, if you don't bring it with you today, it's going to be a problem. I'm going to move for a sanction against you. You're supposed to bring them. You can't hide evidence, Judge.
I
Judge
can't
doesn't like that.
I couldn't bring the videos today
Do you have them on your
from
computer?
from the sheriff's department because they have to give them to me. They just granted them to me. I just got the email yesterday.
You're talking about the videos of the court proceedings?
No, of
What-
what happened outside the court proceedings.
Okay. Okay, I think that's one of the things you filed a motion about, correct?
I'm not sure.
Well, what
She
videos
doesn't
are you
even know
talking
what
about you
she's
requested
filed.
from the sheriff?
The video where I was parked and he drove by us, filming us, came back filming us, flipped another, filmed us again, and then went and parked.
There's a lot of quacks.
Another one is where you walked out and filmed us 5 seconds after the judge said no one's going to do that. That's the other video. The other one is me parking in a parking spot.
Okay, you've identified the videos.
That sounds exciting. I got this video of getting flipped off. Man, I swear, all these redneck quackers. That's a bad dad joke, but I had to say it. Quackers. I love the quacking, on the way. I do. I got a flip off video. There's another flip off video. There's over here somebody saying, and I've got a video of me parking a car. What the fuck? What does that mean? Very enticing video indeed. You have video of you parking a car? Holy crap. Man, I can't wait. Is it parallel park? Oh God, Randy's like, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, this is what it is. Jeffrey thanks to the 3 survival breadsticks and pretzels. Yeah, if I eat enough survival ones, maybe I won't die from laughter.
And this is
Thank you.
Okay, so you have your 2 that you wanted to play that day in court, right? So that day you were in court, you wanted to play 2 videos, correct?
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about them in a second. But you said something that's very interesting. I want to make sure we understand this here. How do you understand now the injunction now has been changed? You understand that, right?
I understand it's been changed, but I'm not certain of any of it.
Okay, I understand you're not certain. We're here to understand what you're understanding.
Right. It is left open to whether what he does to me causes hate and violence from his fans, from other people, from him. I've got an attorney coming on, and the attorney is going to deal with it.
Okay. So let's start again. So do you understand the injunction that was issued on December 4th to mean that anyone that knows Jeremy Hales can't come within 500 feet of you?
No. His employees, anyone under his direction, anyone that is working for him or on his behalf.
So anyone that works for him or on his behalf can't come within 500 feet of you. Is that correct?
No, can't film us.
Can't film you.
Can't film us or put it online.
Okay. So the
For
injunction for him. For him. Okay. Is that what
On
you mean?
his behalf to use against us by him.
That's how you understand the injunction.
I don't understand the injunction at all anymore. No, I don't.
Okay.
The injunction, it's like a transformer. It keeps changing into different shapes. The form of not filming. Okay. The form of keeping people away. The form of fans. Like, what is this? This is the most amazing freaking injunction I've ever heard about, by the way. I mean, have you ever heard of an injunction that, it just becomes everything you want? Oh, it's so good. I love it. Go on, girl. Thanks for the vibe there. On that. As a before and after pic on What the House, she's crazy AF. Crook pulled a pew-pew at a child on child. Yeah, I mean, the stuff, not minimizing anything that's gone on in this case, for sure. Or I'm going to say in Otter Creek, not just the case, but this, Ohio, any of the courts or anything, it has been absolutely insane. It has. I would not wish this madness on anyone. Having said that, man, the folks that are attached to, holy God. I mean, like I said, some days I really, for real, when I watch this stuff, I'm like, these people can't be real, can they? And of course they can. Of course they can. But it boggles my mind. I can't imagine getting an injunction. If I had something, like if I were sent a document that I don't understand, and I didn't have counsel, I would find somebody to tell me what exactly was going on with that. That way I would understand if there was a violation of said injunction. That way I could get proof of that, and presto manifesto, right? We're good to go. Oh no, Rio Rise, thanks for the dude, said, parked up. Coming to Linehead's OnlyFans site soon. Parked up. No. I'm opening an OnlyFeed, by the way. Actually, I'm not. Nobody has an OnlyFans to note. But that is a terrifying thought. Oh my God. I will have nightmares. Thank you, Rio Raya.
Oh, any more? Okay, so I'm talking about how you understood it when it first issued. Did you understand it to mean that anyone that knows Jeremy Hales, who sees you in a public place, can't take a picture of you? Is that your understanding?
No.
Then tell us how you understand it. Not to him. Well, actually, take that back. Let's start with Jeremy Hales.
Yeah, see, that's an absurd idea, by the way. Anybody in a public space. I mean, think about that. Anyone in a public space that knows a certain person, they somehow couldn't take pictures of you. Can you imagine the insane overreach that would be? Just a note. And she said no, by the way, but still.
How did you understand what the judge enjoined, which means things he can't do? What did you think on December 4th? What was your understanding about what the judge?
All I know is for that
Amy,
a month.
You just interrupted me.
You wanted an answer.
You interrupted me. You can't answer a question until it's finished, so you understand. Okay.
Oh, this is so bad.
On December 4th.
Look, she straightened it out. she pulled it all back. It's like forehead. It's like 8 head. Forehead prime. Forehead to the third power. Oh my God. I've seen less shine on the fucking Mercedes Benz. Oh my God. It's so good.
Until it was changed by the court.
No.
What was your understanding, ma'am? You just this is going to be a longer deposition, but it's okay.
I'm sorry. I have a child, and until he comes back, I can't help it. I have to keep her safe.
I don't have my volume on any high level. You're shouting.
Could you imagine too, with your kid being right there? I don't know. Maybe you're not parents, but even if you're not, imagine like you have just a imaginary. You envision a child. You care about, you protect. Would you want them being exposed to this part right here? Like. It's unreal. But then again, I would say that the yelling is somehow different. But from this video, I don't feel like there's any allegation in that whatsoever. Because this video showcases the way that the attorney here is being talked to, the tone and everything, it doesn't change. There's not a softer tone. Like I'm sure you can hear when the kids come in You know, if I'm upset about something, you know, if I hear them, you can hear them start to come down because the door and the steps that come down here can pick it up. You know, they're as loud as my freaking chair. And that's good. That'll change. Positives. You'll give the positive reinforcement. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard any of that. And it's a shame that if I'm dealing with opposing, I'm going to be irritated with them sometimes potentially. I might take a certain tone, but I would hope to God it would be a different tone than I'm actually showcasing to people that I hate there. And again, I want to give a disclaimer, since Brucey Bruce gets his knickers in that twist, no one needs to call anyone about that. This will be handled with a court. This will be exposed that way. Yeah. By the way, props to Veteran Nation. You know why? Because Brucey hates them and is going to, oh my God. He would not answer. So there was a Megan, I want to note this too. There was a Megan stream. And he was just sitting in chat. Run into his digital mouth, right? Tippy type. He was like, all the way. So I asked, how many channels have you tried to take down? Can you name them? Since we already know about 2. Because that is noted in his communication with YouTube Legal. How many other channels is he actually taking aim at? And it's strange because there was no answer. There wasn't anything. And you know there's more. But if he acknowledges that, what he's doing is acting on the behalf of Lynette Preston. He's telling us that he's her agent out there writing letters about this stuff. So essentially, it's not just him. It's Lynette Preston trying to pull down channels and to do all this damage, to silence, to censure. That's illegal. That is 100%. They violate. They don't just violate TOS on that. If they manage to do it, they manage to interrupt businesses. Because all of us, these are businesses. You got a real problem. So I noticed you just shut up. Just shut that down. It's amazing a guy that'll talk for 9 hours on a freaking live stream. That wants to haunt every live stream available. Suddenly, he doesn't want to answer something. Huh. Debbie, by the way, thanks, dude. This makes me want to go and hug my neighbors. I for real. For real, I'll be like, I love you guys. You were the greatest. Here's some flowers and chocolate. And I'll be like, what's going on? Nothing. I just saw some broadcasts from Otter Creek. It messes me up inside. Jack's mom, Mary. Thanks for the 5. From a mental health point of view, do you think she is enjoying all this chaos? Or is it her comfort zone? I just don't understand acting like this. Bizarre. I can't. You have to be careful. Like, hey, if you're in mental health, you have to be careful. You can't diagnose people, you know. And it would be improper anyway. So I want to note that ahead of time. No diagnosis, no anything. I would think, I guess I would say it this way. When somebody is the catalyst for so much crazy, and it's not just this case or the cases surrounding it, when you read everything else, like the background, it's all crazy too. All the chaos, all the broken relationships, that speaks volumes. That says a lot, because all of that, after a little while, you are either the unluckiest person in the world, or maybe you're the cause of it. At least, again, you know, you can get in a few bad relationships. You can attract some bad actors. But after a while, again, how many of them can you blame on external versus how many of them, after a while, they look inside? So that's the way I would say that. And also, pickle teeth. Thanks for 5. I can say what I'm laughing at more. Like now with all those psychotic ways, watching how much you, Tug, or enjoyed these videos. Man, I'm telling you, this is amazing stuff. This is amazing stuff. And thank you. Thank you all for being here. Oh, I think it's all good to go.
Need you to shout. We don't need you to shout.
Here we go.
I have a child that is trying to get my attention, and I have to be able to deal with her until he gets back to watch her.
Oh, when you say he, that means Mr. Cook?
Yes.
What time is he scheduled to get back, approximately?
I am not sure. Soon as the doctor's appointment is over.
Okay. All right. So let's go back again. My question is, when the injunction was initially issued by the court against Mr. Hale, what was your understanding about what Mr. Hale cannot do?
What happened? I didn't, there was no films, but there was no videos made about me. There was none put online. He didn't make any crazy memes and humiliate me in public. He left us alone. Nobody was filming us. We had peace and quiet for a month, and then it left. Go, please go in the other room. I do not want them to see you. Go in the other room.
That was
Thank you, Harley.
That was forceful.
All right. Let's start with the two videos that you wanted to play.
That wording was forceful.
What were the two videos that you wanted to play in court?
Video that I have of Mr. Hale's driving up to our property where we had been outside for about 35 minutes, where I had the neighbor parked next to my driveway. I was on the phone with the Ohio advocate that I had been talking to, and Jeremy Hales decided to come down the road at us when he could have went out the other way, and he should have went out the other way, and he knew that. And he came back by us filming, screaming, 10 feet, 10 feet. You're not 10 feet. We had been out there with no traffic, no people, no nothing. John was on a walker 1 day out of surgery.
Do you think his walker, by the way, in this scenario, do you think it's like, you know, those hats that people wear to like NFL games that have beers attached to them? Do you think he has a walker, like a hollow one? It's like, he's drinking the shine out of it. Refreshing. Oh my God.
Dragging a tape measure to measure our property so that we can cover it with anything we can to stop him and all of his fans from filming us. And he came by us and started screaming.
They're dragging a tape measure. So, I mean, think about this. She said they've been outside 35 minutes. and you got all of them together, including John Cook, who is on a walker, dragging a tape measure. Am I understanding this correctly? Oh my God. That is amazing. Oh, that by itself should be that should be my Christmas greeting card. If I'm going to receive one, or I'm going to make one, I need to be from the Umbrella family. I'm going to reenact that. I'm going to be on a walker, dragging a tape measure. The kids are like, Dad lost his freaking mind. This case is broken him. Oh my God. Jake's mom, thanks for doing back to giggles. Thanks. Oh, I'm trying. DJ Radis, what's up, DJ Radis, by the way? Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for doing Peekaboo, the boost us about me. Peekaboo, yeah, I don't see you. Oh, good times. AKA the cat lady, thanks for vibing. I'm surprised Linehead doesn't call the child blanket. Oh, she calls her everything. Yeah, she calls her everything but flowers. I mean, really. Whoa, man. And I like this. Pickled thanks for the 5. Linehead makes me ashamed to admit that I live in Florida, Jacksonville. No, this is not a reflection on any of you in Florida or any of you that have been through anywhere. You know, there are folks like this all over. You know, to different extremes. I've seen this especially in small town. We see a lot of this. Now, I've barely seen people whose voice never changes, you know, when they're yelling or screaming. Like, you notice her tone doesn't change. Look how mean she looks in that, by the way. I mean, good Lord. You know, all we need is a bell tower and the look is complete. I mean, holy Lord. Like, that is not a nice look. But that tone, it doesn't change from when she's addressing opposing counsel to the kid. It doesn't change through any of her statements. She's always at that level. It's wild to see.
10 feet. Look, fans. Look at Ohio. He's breaking the order. He's breaking the order.
They were found guilty for violating the civil protection orders based out of Ohio from this incident that she is actually talking about. We could debunk her again. Who cares if she plays it in Florida court? All it did was incriminate them. They've been found guilty. Our lives do not change based on the criminal activity that they partook in.
That's
the
true.
Consequences are on them. Our lives go on as normal. They are responsible for removing themselves from our lives. In other words, we're going to continue to drive down our road where we own more road frontage than anybody else on the road. And it is the way to the schoolhouse where we work out of. We are not going to adapt our life for their psychotic lives.
Well, I'm going to.
You shouldn't have to either, honestly. You shouldn't have to adapt your life to fit them because of their crazy. Now, the only thing that worries me in this case, being real for a second, the allegations, and I will call them allegations at this time, allegations against John Cook, they're frightening. We have seen video that substantiate, in my opinion, the allegations against John Cook as far as his pew-pew. He's talked about having one all the time. Despite the fact that he is facing some serious consequences, I would be afraid for my safety. I very much would. I would be in fear for my safety. So I hope to God that Jeremy, he stays safe on that. Because, I mean, these are serious, you know, we laugh about this stupid. But, I mean, some of this stuff is fucking crazy. How many of you, if you were facing real consequences, how many of you would do what you've seen here? I'm going to say, if there are any of you, there are not very many of you. That alone, it says plenty about a person.
Compartmentalize that. So
I have the video.
I understand. That's what I asked you about. So my question is, so Jeremy was the one that said to you, was he speaking to you or was he speaking to John?
To both of us, I guess. John was in the street on a walker with a fence. He was on the edge of the street, walking along our side of the street, measuring the property.
Where were you?
I thought John, I was imagining, okay, so the way, just correct me if I'm wrong, when you listen to this, when you listen to it, they're in their yard. That's the way I took what they were saying. They had been out there, and John was out dragging a tape measure around the yard. Isn't that how you saw that? Now John's out on the road, or maybe on the edge of the road. I mean, Lord, that just changed within the last, 20 seconds. I don't know how to handle this. I don't. What the hell's, by the way, props to you, man. Well, props to you, Jeremy. I mean, this is madness, my friend. But thank you. Thank you seriously for this gift. I mean, seriously. This is like my Christmas. I was like, who's going to give me a better gift than this for Christmas? You know, I mean, this kind of madness. This is on my Christmas list, on my bucket list. You can if I drop off from laughter in this stream, You could be like, well, he died doing something that he loved. Okay, here we go.
On the grass, standing there talking to the advocate. I then told her that Jeremy Hales was coming down the road. I needed to film it. I hung up with her and I started recording. The neighbor was sitting there and she watched the entire thing as well.
Okay. And so Jeremy on your video was saying 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet.
He was screaming,
Screaming.
yelling.
Jeremy's upgraded his measurements. He went from 2-inch pipe to 10 feet. Bravo, Jeremy. He's like, I ain't dealing with that 2-inch pipe no more. 10 feet, 10 feet. That's the new mantra. 10 feet, baby. 10 feet.
And saying, fans, look, he's violating the order. 10 feet. You're not 10 feet. And I kept telling John, you're okay. Look at me. You're okay. Finish what you're doing. He's driving by. You're okay. And that's all that happened.
Okay. So that's all that happened. So how are you?
Did you like that? No wonder she's a minister. And she's a life coach, apparently. You're okay. Remember, she's not calm in anything that she says, though. So it's like, you're okay, John. You're okay. Oh, my God. That voice. Oh, Lord. I wonder if it ever changes, you know? I mean, really. Oh, my God, John, it's so good. You're like, no, help me. Okay. There's got to be a file folder in my brain because I want to, if there is, I want to delete that last file. That's a bad one. Away. I don't need that thought. Gross.
How did that? Well, let's strike that for a second.
Like she freezes.
Do you
Have
know
noticed
why?
this?
And if you don't know, it's fine. Do you know what, Mr.
Look at her. I keep thinking my video hasn't started. Like she's, if her eyes didn't blink and the subtitles didn't roll by, I would think that my freaking computer is locked up.
Hales was referring to when he said 10 feet, 10 feet?
The order that he's got against us in Ohio that he got fraudulently. Yes.
Oh, he's referring to the order. So let's look at it.
I don't need to look at it. John can't jump a fence and run on a leg with wrapping up to his crotch and on a walker. And Jeremy had been told by the judge not to drive by us. We already had a thing on him.
He's got wrapping up to his crotch. It reminds me one time. Oh my God! One time, when I was younger, I went to see a King Tut exhibition. John Cook, he's like King Tut in this one. He's wrapped to his crotch. Oh my Lord! They mummified the man. She's got him wandering the street with bandages up to his crotch. Dragon tape measure. Holy God, that's amazing. Oh my God.
I believe the temporary order for us was already involved. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Right. That's an important point. So
it doesn't matter. We were doing what we were doing. He drove to us. He didn't have to do that. He should have went the other way.
Right.
See, that's some garbage right there, by the way. He should have went the other way. He should have drove a different way. He should have drove a different. Oh my God. Yes, exactly, Rebel Bird. Thanks for the 20. I'm a professional. You know, I can't say that with Megan on this stream. Like, it just cracks me up. One day, you know, that's my mantra when I need to calm down. I'm a professional. I'll say it under my breath. I'm a professional. You know. One day we were going live, and right before we went live, right when I hit the button, you know, I have to start playing whatever clip comes up because I play them individually. And Megan, right before that, she was like, I'm a professional. It wrecked me on that. I was like, that freaking Megan, man. Emma, thanks for the 2. Breathe, Tug. Breathe. Professional, remember? Yes, I'm a professional. Man, I can't help myself with this. Okay. Deep breath. It's going to be like Lamaze. I'm probably going to birth those babies. Trim my figure.
But if you, by the way, you've done a lot of follies in this case, correct? We've already been over that, right?
I'm doing it all.
Right. And every time you feel that Mr. Hales has violated his injunction, you go to the court, correct?
If he violates the order, yes, I do.
Right. So then you send Mr. Hale. Mr. Hale gets a copy of what you're saying, correct?
I guess.
Okay. So you're telling him through the courts, hey, I believe you violated the order, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't you see
Facial expression.
how that's, even if you're wrong and nothing's been happened so far in your motions, but you as a person who has an order of protection for you have a reason, if you feel like it's been violated, to say something, correct?
He violated it. We didn't violate it. We were alone on the road. We did not go to Jeremy's property. We did not go to Mr. Hale's. He came to us.
You were on the road. You were not on the road.
We were.
Wait a minute, time out. You just said you weren't. You said John was on the road. You were.
John was on the road and he was measuring the property. I was writing down the measurements.
You were on your property.
Yes.
Wait, I'm confused. We were on the road. She's on the road again. What is going on? I'm so confused. John was on the road. We were on the road. What is happening? I don't understand. I feel confused just like the lawyer does. I'm like, who was on the road? What was going on? How is this playing out?
And
Okay.
John was on the very edge of the road. He was not in the middle of the road. He was not anywhere near the middle of the road.
All right. But you see this, though, when you're not on your property, you and Mr. Cook cannot come within 500 feet of Mr. Hale's. Or
We did it. He came within 500 feet of us.
Okay. Do you understand?
He came to us.
Look at that facial expression.
Do you understand?
There, my Lord. The screaming. Oh my God. You can say one thing for her. She must have a strong ass ticker because, I mean, if I spent my days screaming like this all the time, I would drop over. I would drop over. I could not run on this much anger.
Had an exit. He had an exit to the left. Took him out of his property onto the highway. He did not have to do that. He does it for YouTube.
Okay.
He drives down the road for you too.
Says, even if he
Look at the size of that vein, man. It gets bigger as she yells. I mean, look at that. Good Lord, man. That much anger will end you. He drives down the road for the YouTube. He uses this particular exit for the YouTube.
approaches you, even with his permission,
Did you want John to jump a fence with his leg wrapped up one day out of surgery? What should he have done?
Yes,
To
jump the
maybe
fence.
not be in the road in the first place. He obviously walked out to the road with no problem. He could have removed himself with no problem. As a matter of fact, I drove so slowly, and you know I've got diesel engines, and they can hear everything, gave them every opportunity to not incriminate themselves, and yet they still did. If I was so evil and I was doing all of this for YouTube, I'd be at the flea market every Saturday. They would immediately have to remove themselves, make no money. I'd be at where they're getting free food in the county every Monday, every Wednesday. I'd go wherever I know they're at every moment in time, but I don't.
And please lower your voice.
What should he have done?
I'm going to ask you.
Are you? You are not a nice person.
Oh my God, that's the greatest. There it is. You are not a nice person. We got it. Oh my God. I got John. I mean, the mental images here are crazy. I got John jumping over a fence with a rocker, rocking some King Tut bandages. I got Lynette with it's like they installed a 2-inch pipe in her neck. I mean, that thing is flaring up. We got the counsel. I mean, again, you may not like counsel either, but he has been very calm, and he hasn't actually been an asshole about things. Some counsel are absolute asses about the way that they come after you. You know, they ask things that they know will piss you off. And this, he's in the clarification part. Clarification. He hasn't even gotten to the real spicy nuggets yet. Rachel, by the way, thanks for 22 months. Can't even tell family. Sorry I'm late for the party 1 hour in. Well, you're here. It's good time. And Terry, thanks for the 2. All the time, all this yelling, poor Harley. Yeah, you know, that little kid is hearing this. If I were having a Zoom in, I just, you know, a lot of cases, if you saw that, you would think, you know, the concerned people around her that talked about the child and what they're exposed to. Do you think that this is okay? Do you think children should be exposed to this? Because I'll tell you, again, I worked with a lot of kids. A lot of them. Kids, again. And she has a track record with this, by the way. Kids pick up on, and they pick up on that. They also pick up on the fact that this kind of stuff is aimed at the kid. And if they don't have positives in their life, they begin to react to negatives because they're given attention. And if everything's negative, how are they? They don't have much of a chance, do they? You know, they become a reflection of that. They're a reflection of their environment. You nurture them well. You give them any chance. I'm not saying that kids still can't have problems. They become their own people. But it doesn't feel like you're giving them any chance with that. And again, just a note for the esteemed Bruce Malox Esquire. Bruce Monotone. That's what we're calling him. BM. Bruce Monotone Esquire. Just for that guy, I am not telling anyone to call anyone. You should not. You know? Instead, you should watch this circus. And you hope some of the clowns, they actually do get exposed for some of this behavior.
You're talking about me?
Oh, yes.
Ma'am, please lower your voice, and there's no need to use profanity.
No.
So you agree with me, there's no need to use profanity, right?
I am telling you that there was nothing John could do. He was on a walker, and Mr. Hales knew it.
No.
He did it on purpose. He did it to send to Ohio.
Right.
He did it for views on YouTube. We didn't do it. Nobody was on the road when we started measuring our property. We did not do it. Mr. Hales did not need to come to our property.
And I'm not asking you about we. I'm not asking you about, ma'am, I'm not asking you about we.
And John Cook turned his head.
He can't even speak.
John Cook turned his head and looked away from him. There was nothing John could do. He could not jump a fence on a walker.
Again, ma'am, I'm going to ask you to lower your voice. I'm not shouting at you. There's no need to raise your voice, ma'am.
This is causing me extreme anxiety and extreme mental problems, emotional distress.
I'm gonna say just a thought. I'm not thinking that this is causing the mental problems. I'm going to say I think the issues are there. Now we, of course, after all this screaming, the profaneness, all of that, what do we do? Oh, cue to child break. Oh, my God.
Mommy, please go. 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 You go, please, honey. I understand. I don't want them to see you. Go, please, honey. I don't want you on film. Please.
So, ma'am, I just want to confirm that this is now exhibit.
Here's another question. This just dropped into my head. She was willing to lock the kid into a camper, right? She was willing to lock them into something when the police were there, but she couldn't find a way to keep a child from interrupting this over and over again. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't understand this. I don't.
And I'll label this for the court. I think we're on number 3. Is that right?
Correct.
Or 4? Okay.
And 3.
So the text messages are going to be 5 then. Okay? The ones she just sent me during this deposition.
Okay.
Okay? So we're on 3, which is the a protection order entered in the
You're
state
being
of
ridiculous.
case number. Ma'am, there's no question pending.
I'm pleading the 5th on everything. From now on, I'm pleading the 5th.
You're telling me that every question
What is this? Was she balding? What's going on there?
I ask you, you're going to plead the 5th?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to do legally or not.
Then why are you saying that?
Because you're trying to hem me up, and it can be used against me in the court. Therefore, I'm pleading the 5th.
Okay. If you're going to plead the 5th, to keep it short, just say, I exercise my rights under the 5th Amendment. Okay?
I'm exercising my right under the 5th Amendment because you're trying to twist this and turn this into something we did wrong that we did not.
Okay, so
I love that too. He's like, to keep it short, just say I'm exercising my rights under the 5th Amendment. And she's like, well, I'm exercising my rights under the 5th Amendment because you're trying to hem me up. And by the way, here's a recipe to bake a cake. Do you know you need to look what's happening? Oh my God. Oh.
Refusing to answer any questions about this protection order.
You're still twisting it.
I'm trying to clarify, ma'am.
You're twisting it. I want legal representation. And after this afternoon, I will have it. I want legal representation.
I just want to make sure you're taking the 5th to any questions I asked you about this protective order. Is that correct?
I am no longer going to say we did anything wrong or we did not do anything wrong.
3rd time. Are you taking the 5th to any questions related to this order of protection that's marked as an exhibit in this deposition?
I don't know. Am I allowed to get my lawyer on the phone? Am I allowed to somehow call him and talk to him?
You are allowed to get your lawyer if you have a lawyer.
Then we got back to this again. So we're 27 minutes in. She's like, can I get my lawyer on the phone? And he's back to something that oh my God, that came up in the last. Oh, he's like, do you have legal representation? No. I haven't been able to hire them. Can I get my lawyer on the phone? He's like, do you have a lawyer? Oh my God. And she knew this was coming again. So if she'd been in communication and had the ability to hire a lawyer, I mean, you think about that. She knew what was here. This is her action. I've never seen anyone plead the 5th to their own action. Ryder chick, thanks for the 5. She pleads the 5th. I might need a 5th. By the time this is over, yes, I'm pleading to the 5th.
Sure.
After today, I will have a lawyer. Yes.
Well, we're not here. We're still here in the now. You got to take this deposition today. Okay? So I want to make sure you're taking the fifth to any questions I ask you about this order of protection. That's all I'm asking you.
No. And
No, you're not. Okay.
I don't know. You're trying to get
let's do
me
it this way.
arrested in Ohio.
I'm not trying to get you arrested. I mean, you raised this.
Oh, yes, you are. And so is he. And he's the stalker, not us.
Ma'am, we're going to ask questions here and we're going to get answers. I know it takes longer than normal, but maybe because you're pro se and I understand that. So I'm here to accommodate this, but we have to ask. There's a question.
So that was a nice statement, by the way. I understand that this will take longer than normal. But because you're pro se. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're still going to get through it. We are still going to get through it. Yvonne thinks of Bruce is now on the state case in Florida. You know, the reps and the cow. That's what we were talking. Yes, thank you for noting stuff like that, by the way. Yes, we were showing some of the motion from at the very beginning of this. I mean, of course he is. He's going to attach himself like glue to any of this. You're going to be like, oh man, that Monzo mofo is everywhere. He's going to be boring the shit out of us for a while. The positive, though, is if you ever need melatonin, just get some clips of him speaking. I mean, that's another one, Bruce Melatonin. I was thinking that worked too. Because anytime I heard him speaking, I thought, man, I'm about to die out here. Luckily, they're the other people that were involved. I would say they sounded like nails on a chalkboard, but holy shit, that is an insult to nails on a chalkboard. You know? I swear, I didn't know Grimace had a fucking live stream. You know? It's like, shut the fuck up and be quiet. let the melatonin speak. I'm trying to sleep here.
Question's still pending. You answered, I don't know. The question about, are you taking the fifth? Any questions related about this order? So if you don't know, I'm going to proceed. And if you have I've asked another question and you want to exercise your rights.
I don't know.
I'm not even done with the question, ma'am. If I ask you another question, you're free to exercise your rights under the Fifth Amendment, but you got to do it question by question because I asked you. I try to make
Okay, I'll do it question by question.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
So, you are aware that there's a civil stalking protection order entered against you in the state of Florida and state of Ohio, correct?
Fraudulently, yes.
All right. And a court has made a finding after a hearing that...
Fraudulently, yes.
Okay, hold on. That you should be restrained from committing acts of abuse or threats of abuse against Jeremy Hales.
Even he laughed in that. Every time I got to sit back, something funny happens. I'm like, I'm not gonna pause it for a second. Again, make sure that you watch this in its total. You know, you need to love the channel that provided this. Again, Content Santa, he wrote in and saved us all. So make sure you give Jeremy Hales love for that. Make sure that you are watching these videos when they come up. That way you see what's going on and give them love afterwards too. You know, because yes, I can't help myself and stuff in this stuff. It's amazing. Jeffrey, thanks for too. Tom in this says he regretted allowing this depo. He may regret that he allowed this to happen, but you know what? I think this was his best decision that he allowed it. Oh, out of any decision that he made, this is the one I could stand behind. But he's a clown. I mean, the fucking thing is, it is scheduled. This is her action. So, for a judge to have, man, what a clown. What an absolute fucking clown of a judge. You know, oh, he regrets that. Poor baby. You're a judge, man. You control people's lives, dude. You break people's lives with words. You can put them behind bars, remove their rights, which you shouldn't have the ability to do, but you can. You can remove their rights over nothing, and you did it. So if this is your one regret, excuse my wording on this, Chad, but get fucked for him. I mean, this is his one real regret. I regret that guy had to be on the damn bench and Jeremy deal with him. Because he was a freaking train wreck.
And against his paramour until October 10th, 2025, correct?
And we did not. We have not.
Did you answer the question correct?
Yeah, correct.
All right. Thank you. So here it says, after a hearing, the court found by a preponderance of the evidence that you had knowingly engaged in a pattern of conduct that caused Mr. Hales to believe that you will cause physical harm or has caused mental distress to Mr. Hales.
We were not allowed to defend ourselves. And when I tried to appeal, they told me I wasn't allowed to. The clerk of court did. We're working on an attorney there too. I've already found one. I just need to pay him. That will get overturned. He done it under perjury.
He done it under perjury.
Because I have the proof.
He done it under perjury. You remember that? Anytime you have a problem, he done it under perjury. 10-foot German to the rescue. He done it under perjury. That's his shirt right there. That would be an amazing shirt. Quote, he done it under perjury. You don't need a picture or anything. Oh, that's when he really does need. He needs to wear around and needs to pop it out. He done it under perjury. Oh my God, if he pops out a shirt like that, that'd be amazing. By the way, Ty Stick thinks so too. Ethical lawyer with valid case retains for $1 to $100. Unethical lawyer with frivolous case retainer, $5K. Oh, it's amazing stuff, isn't it? It's amazing stuff. Oh, this makes my brain hurt.
Okay, so you're calling you okay, that's fine.
Yes, Mr. Hales perjured himself to get the order. Yes.
Let's talk about the other videos. So the first video you've identified that you're going to play in the court before Judge Thomas's is this video.
God, we're still on video
with John on the road. What's the other video?
The other video is public humiliation that he did to me at a town hall meeting.
So it's a video of the town hall meeting?
It's a video of the town hall meeting that Mr. Hales stood up in and told the whole town that I was going to kill them. Yes, or kill somebody in the town. Yes.
I want to make sure I understand because I haven't seen this video. You're saying you have a video of a town hall meeting of Otter Creek, Florida, in which Mr. Hales says, what?
That I'm a danger to the town and that I'm going to kill somebody. That shots are going to fire. Yeah. Yep.
All right. And who took that video?
I did.
So you were there?
Yes.
I want to see that one too. What would, after all of this stuff, what would be your impression of what is happening on that property? What would your impression of these people be? If that narrative was even remotely true, what would your impression be of what these folks, they might cause?
Okay. When was that meeting? Do you know?
Prior to any orders. I'm not sure of the date. I'd have to go back into my phone, way into it, and look it up.
All right. So these two videos, how long are they in length?
Not the one is not very long. The other one is, I don't think it's very long either.
Okay. All right. And then the other videos that you mentioned, the 3 to 5, are the ones you're getting from the court, and you just got
that
them.
I have transcripts of. I was planning to use, and I'm going to wait until my attorney tells me what to do.
Wait, Oh God. So there's a transcript. I think she's confused on what's there. She's going back to the videos from Jeremy Hale's channel, because the videos that she just said earlier that she was going to use are videos of him flipping her off. Like, I'm like, surely I'm translating this right. The videos she plans on using are YouTube videos, right? There's not a transcript of a lifts finger in air. Listen to it whoosh. Whoosh. It flies by like the Flash. I mean, my God. Oh, this is good stuff. Ryder Chick, thanks for the candy fun. I have to leave. Just breathe. I will. I'll breathe. Thank you, too. Jake's mom, thanks for the 5. He got it right at the town hall meeting. Crook almost shot people. That is right. That is right. We got the pew pew pulled out. Dark Side Harley Girl, thanks for the 10. Honestly, this is sad and wackadoodle at the same time. It is. The world needs some big love, I tell you. This world does. It does indeed. God bless you, Tug, and the and the girls. Thank you. Thank you for that. And one more here. Again, love to all of you, too. For sure. I appreciate the heck out of you. You are this channel, by the way. So big props to you. I love you. Thank you. And Jeffrey, thanks for the 5. And John pulled a gun on an 8-year-old. Debunked. I know. The property is safe, right? Everyone's secure. Nicest people. Whoa. Is that a pew, pew, pew pointed at a little girl? Yes. Indeed. Allegedly.
The attorney, I have 2 lawyers. One of the 2 is going to take the case today. So I'm pretty sure it's Silverman.
As you sit here today, you're telling me that you're going to use any video you want of Mr. Hale's, basically, right? And you
No.
haven't decided-
No.
What are you saying?
I know the videos that I want to use. I'm just not, I don't know how to be a lawyer. I'm waiting for the attorney to take over the case. He'll know what to do.
Okay. So I just want to make sure the videos you mentioned are videos that Mr. Hale's made. You haven't decided which ones you want to use of his. Is that correct?
One of them is the one where he says he's going to
What is
stand
going
across the street and have AK-47s pointed at us. That's already been made.
Ma'am, you've already played that one. Anything else?
Right.
I'm asking about the new stuff. I'm asking
There are other videos like that.
how are they like that?
If I tell you, you're going to tell him and they're going to be removed.
No,
So-
ma'am. You have them right now? Do you have them?
No,
Oh, my God.
You don't have them.
I had them. I no longer have them. No,
What happened to them?
Nothing's strong again. No.
the drive got erased by accident.
Notice how many things get erased by accident, by the way. I had video of yonder crackhead stealing tortoise. You remember that little fiasco? I've had video of many other things. What happened to said video? It got erased. It all got erased. It's amazing. You would think after, the 1st, 5th, 92nd time that happens, maybe, just maybe, you would take some kind of precaution to keep things from getting erased. But no, of course not. It all gets erased. It's just, yeah, Tie Stick, that's what I'm saying. Thanks for the 2. She's talking about transcripts for Hale's lives. Yeah. But the way she switched off, so when she was discussing before, saying the transcripts, she said at first that she was going to use a few videos from their channel. And she's gone back to that. But for a while, she was saying that the videos, because again, remember she gave a count. And the count, even with those 3 videos, it was the same. We have the same count. So, from her statements, She said that the court stuff, all of this, the flip-off video, all of that was going to be there. So, I was imagining a transcript too. I appreciate you there too. Yeah, for sure. You know, but yeah, if I were confused on that, thank you for clarifying. Anything I get confused on, like you all do clarify, and that happens from time to time. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with this fucking soap opera sometimes. I always wonder. Even living it has got to be some craziness to keep up with. We're like Jeremy. That man must have a photographic memory or something. Not like her photographic memory. He must have, because I mean, I can't keep up with the bit players. You know, all these names that come up. I can't keep up with all these folks. Like, it's insanity. And y'all, you folks, you helped me with that a lot. Thank you. And Kings, thanks for the 5. Methinks all that stuff that went missing with that turtle found their way to the quote-unquote flea market she sells stuff at. Want to buy a turtle milker? Want to buy a turtle milking machine? Now at the flea market. Oh, no.
So they need to be remade.
What drive would that be?
A Google Drive I had. I was putting the videos in a Google Drive, and I don't know how to. I'm computer illiterate. And I wiped out the stupid drive.
So as you sit here today, you don't have any of these other videos that you might be using, correct?
You wiped out a Google Drive? You mean copy paste is difficult? setting up a backup drive? That's difficult. I mean, come on.
I can get them.
How can you get them?
I can get them.
How can you get them?
By rewatching them.
Okay. So let's talk about that. When you say rewatching them, you mean rewatching Jeremy Hale's on YouTube?
Only the clips that I have saved, that I know about. I know which one's in my head. And you know that there is a paper that was given. It says evidence. The videos that I had been using are listed on that paper.
Ma'am,
yeah. Let me see if I can find it. And
you don't have to find it. There's no question. Ma'am, please stop.
He's like, no, please, God, no.
Please stop. I'm not asking you to look for something, ma'am.
We just tried to stop it.
Okay.
I can still look for it and answer your question.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
He's like, please, right. No more delay.
So look at the screen, man. I want to show you this one. This is our next exhibit, whatever the number is for the court reporter.
Oh, my God.
Well, 4.
She's not looking anymore.
Do you see this?
Yes.
This was filed on January 2nd, 14 days ago, 2024. Is this your petition by affidavit for order to show cause for a violation?
Well, yeah.
Okay. And again, you wrote this?
Yes.
Okay. Is everything in this exhibit true and correct?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. On December 31st, on YouTube, Jeremy Hales and Martha together did a live video and referenced myself, Turtles, John Cook, etc. Okay. Do you understand that this you think that this is a violation of the injunction by referencing yourself, Turtles, and John Cook?
The deputy filed it with the state as well. It's been filed with the state.
Do you believe that this first sentence, if they reference you...
Yes, I do believe that they violated the order on that day by doing the live video and using my name, my image, my likeness, humiliating me.
Holy shit. I just figured something out. Oh my God. Brucey Melatonin, he's filing her complaint with that. So when he went after DUI guy, that's not his brainchild. That's fucking Lynette's brainchild. Using my image, my name. Think about it. So, oh my God. We were sitting here thinking, where did this crackheaded lawsuit come from? Oh my God. He sat down and he was like, that's a great idea. And he filed it. Holy God. Oh my God. Revelation. Light bulb fixing. I can't believe that. I thought, man, he's an awful lawyer. No, it's worse than that. That's her idea. Oh my God.
Rating me, yes.
And they called you.
I believe that it is stalking, cyber stalking, and abuse.
They called you Turtle Lady?
They called me all kinds of names, yes.
They called you Turtle Lady?
General D said, you didn't know that? I always figured that. Man, so much has gone on, like it just didn't connect to that particular sentence. And he called her Turtle Lady. Yes, they called you Turtle Lady. Dun dun dun. That's my name. That's my name is Turtle Lady.
Lady, yes?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Do you have a video of them calling you Turtle Lady?
The video is on his live.
On December 31st.
The state's department has it. The state's attorney has all of it.
On December 31st, there's a YouTube
State's
video.
Department. Which department?
Yes. They did it. He did a live. Yes.
Did you watch
and
it?
now I'm sure it's going to disappear.
Did you watch it?
I only watched the parts that I needed to.
How did you do that? It's a live stream. Did you watch it afterwards?
Yes, sir.
So how are you, if it's streaming, how are you able to get to the parts that you referenced? I don't understand.
A transcript, sir. I was sent it by a friend. Told me that I needed to watch it, that he did a video and again spoke of me and used my name, my likeness and everything. So I looked at it after the fact.
All right. How did your friend tell you about it?
I'm pleading the fifth. I'm not
Smoke
getting anyone
signals.
else involved. They're
Smoke
terrified. I'm not giving out any personal information.
You're refusing to answer that? I'm taking your rights, exercising your rights under the Fifth Amendment to not answer that question?
Yeah, somebody sent me a message telling me that I'll answer it. Someone sent me a message telling me that he had.
Does that not? I'm not going to answer that. Oh, so you're telling me you're not going to? You're exercising your rights under the Fifth Amendment? Yeah. I'm going to answer that. And then, how is this happening?
Done alive, and that it was awful, and that I needed to look at it, and so I did after the fact.
And how did this person communicate this to you?
He texted me, called me. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I don't know.
What's this person's name?
I plead the fifth. I will not give out any names. I will not make them targets of Mr. Hale's. I will not. I plead the fifth.
Isn't it true, ma'am, that no one sent you anything about it? You watched the whole video.
That is not true. No.
You watched the whole December 31st YouTube video that you
No, I did not.
And
I did not.
Let me please finish my question. We're making a record here. You watched the entire December 31st video you're complaining about in this exhibit. Isn't that true?
No, I did not. I don't watch any full videos. No, I did not. I can't stand his voice and his lies.
Oh my God!
It hurts.
Wait. She's complaining about his voice. I mean, really? I can't stand his voice. Oh my God. She has surrounded herself by the biggest fucking clown car I've ever seen. With some of the people with the worst fucking voices I've ever seen. Not to mention, the people that are involved here themselves. but Jeremy's voice is a bridge too far. That's amazing to me. That is amazing. Oh my God.
It causes me emotional stress. I cannot watch the videos.
Sorry, I can't take that. I left my phone on mute, sorry, or do not disturb. I was telling everybody else to do it. Okay, so let's make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You either got a phone call or a text message from a friend, and then you went online. And by the way, this transcript that was sent, you actually provided that transcript, didn't you?
Yes, to the sheriff's department. I screenshotted it, only the parts that I was told about.
Well, how were you told about the screenshots?
Someone told me, and I looked at the transcript. I don't watch the video. I look at the transcript.
How did this purported transcript? What do you know about it?
After the videos are made, there are transcripts, and you can read the transcript. So I read the transcript. And the pertinent parts about me, I took screen.
Well, who did you go online and look at the transcript?
Yes, sir.
And did you read the entire transcript?
I read the entire transcript, yes. On that video, yes. And took screenshots of the pertinent things. But at a certain point, he stops talking and he does his auctions or his mail. I don't watch that. I don't read that. I don't need that. He doesn't talk about me then. He only talks about his business in the front of the videos.
Okay. All right. Let's go on. Let's look at the rest of this, what this says. You know what? Do you want to take this is a point we could take a break. We're going to take a short break to go to the restroom.
Yeah, that would be good. Because
okay. Let's take a 10-minute break. It's 11:41. Let's go back at 11:51. Court reporter?
Okay. Now there's actually a document too we're going to look at. All right. Thank you, Max Lamb. Just I'm going to let the statement here finish, and then we'll pull that up.
Feel like we were already in the restroom. So much crap has been coming out of her mouth. And now I could stop and debunk everything, but we're just literally getting started. It gets so much better.
Oh my God.
Worse, depending on who you are. Yeah, we're going to be using this.
It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Okay, we've got a document to look at too, okay? So give me a minute. I mean, whoever thought? I feel like a prospector or watching a prospector as they mine gold. I mean, oh, it's amazing. So this here, I want to pull you up a wonderful document. We have a treasure. This treasure is brought to you by Max Lab, by the way. See the note right here. Thank you. I did see that come up. Thank you. Let me hit these couple of super chat. I'm trying to keep everything relevant so I know what something is about. That way I don't get confused on what people are talking about too. So, Debbie, thanks for the two. Can I get disability from PTSD from this depot? Maybe. John, what's up, John? How you doing, brother? Thanks for the 5 there. If you live in Kentucky, be careful. I-75 shut down to an active shooter. Oh, good God, man. Ah, that's frightening stuff. There was a horrible incident that happened, I'm going to say 2 years ago, maybe, on I-24 out of Tennessee, where there was a carjacking, and, it ended up, it was just a terrible incident. And the people, they made national news because it was so horrible. There was somebody executed. It was a horrible situation. And one of those people lived a few streets over from me. I was like, oh my God. So everybody, please stay safe. Please, if you're in those areas, please stay safe. That's very important. So thank you. Tie stick, thanks for the 2 there. The cam of the face from the court reporter. Oh my God, could you imagine theirs? I wish we had everybody that was involved. We could actually see them and see what they look like. Could you imagine? Bad Bear Pig, thanks for the 2. Does hepatitis C have a smell? Does it follow her? Oh no, no. Hepatitis 12. Patricia, thanks for the 10. These are fun, but Crook's deposition is coming also. Oh my God, that's going to be magic too. I'm never going to be able to cover anything else. I will cover the on Sundays. I will make sure to cover something. I can't catch up the 911 call, the one to DUI guy. There's so much stuff. I mean, oh man, I could run a news channel off of this madness. Give me 1 minute here. Here we are. So check this wonderful filing out. I want to see this. Let's read this. Hales versus Lynette Michelle, Lacey, Alexis Preston, and John Cook. That name, beautiful. It's beautiful. Memorandum to support. Standards for 12B motions. Pursuant to federal rule. Civil procedure, again, 12B6. A party may move to dismiss a complaint for, quote, failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. In determining whether to dismiss under the said rule, court accepts the factual allegations in the complaint as true and construes them in a light most favorable to the non-moving party. And C, again, they give you their note. Nonetheless, the tenant, I almost said tendon, I don't know why. The tenant, the court must accept true all allegations contained in a complaint is inapplicable to legal conclusions and threadbare receptacles of elements of a cause of action supported by mere conclusory statements do not suffice. Furthermore, to survive a motion to dismiss, a complaint must contain sufficient factual matter accepted as true to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. Now, again, you can tell what this is. This is a motion. This is support for motion to dismiss aimed at. A claim has facial plausibility when the plaintiff pleads. Give me a minute. I get the laughter in there and it messes me up. My eyes are watering still a little bit. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I'm going to start. A claim has facial plausibility when the plaintiff pleads factual content that allows the court to draw the reasonable inference that the defendant is liable for the alleged misconduct. Generally, in deciding I'm running this, so I want you to be able to see filings, to understand what's going on. Motion to dismiss. The scope of the review must be limited. We actually talked about the four corners of a complaint in another case as well. So the complaint fails to state a claim under Florida statute 836.05. It's fascinating because claims like this, isn't it interesting? Like all of this could reflect back to another case that asserts someone is attached to. Proceed. The factual allegations underlying count 3 and 4 of the complaint for damages under the civil RICO statute are that, quote, Preston stated on her social media that she watched Jeremy Hale's videos till recently, and Jeremy Hale's only thinks about the size of his junk. Cook, one, pulled a gun on the Hales as Hales was driving by on the public roadway to enter Hale's own property. 2, trespassed in his truck onto Hale's property with a gun. And when Hales confronted him and requested him to leave, Cook told Hales that if he moved one step further, he would see something go bang. I seem to remember those. Do you remember that video? I remember that video. And 3, maliciously threatened to injury to the Hale's reputation with intent thereby to extort their advantage and according. Give me 1 second. I need a drink. Give me 1 second. My mouth is so dry after laughing. Oh, God. I got my mouth open I feel like a dog. Give me a minute. Okay. Here we go. I'm good. And accordingly, publicly stated falsely on Facebook that Hale's fiance had sex with him and that he has photos to prove it. Paragraph 27. That Preston allegedly wrote and posted double signs calling the plaintiff an arpist. That Preston posted on social media, I'm going to stand tall and not let Jeremy Hales hurt me ever again. And that she would put a cap in anyone else, and anyone, give me a second, who messes with her, and I'm done with it. You met, she's going to put a cap in. There, actually, caught that sentence, thank you there. I couldn't see it all there. I'm done with it. You met your match, Mr. Hales. The complaint alleges that the above allegations constitute extortion in violation of Florida Statute 836.05, that Preston and Cook's acts constitute predicate acts under Florida RICO statute and are evidence of Preston and Cook's pattern of continuing criminal activity, and that Preston and Cook violated, in Florida statute here, 836.05, by maliciously threatening to injure Hales with the intent to extort money or gain their advantage whatsoever, and or to do any act refraining from doing any act against his will. Now, under counts 3 and 4, the complaint alleges that, quote, in 2 distinct instances separated in time, Preston and Cook extorted Hales with the meaning Florida statute 836.05. The complaint alleges that Preston Cook conduct, amongst other acts, constituted a pattern of criminal activity in violation of Florida statute 772.1034 by constituting an endeavor to violate any of the provisions of the statute, namely Florida Statute 772.103, which prohibits any person from participating in extortion enterprise through a pattern of criminal activity. Florida's RICO statute, I almost said RICO, RICO statute applies only where there's been some similar ongoing criminal behavior. Its purpose is to punish through civil penalties actions which are ongoing, criminal in nature. Florida Civil Remedies for Criminal Practice Acts simply cannot apply where there's been no criminal activity. Give me a minute. The only criminal statute allegedly violated by the defendants is Florida Statute 772.103, quote, which prohibits any person from participating in extortion enterprise through a pattern of criminal activity. What is missing are any factual allegations that either defendant ever made any statement to the plaintiff demanding money on threat of injury to his person, reputation, or property. Nor is there any specific allegation as to how the plaintiff was injured as a result of the defendant's alleged actions. It's just a bunch of random wrongs claimed by the plaintiff to have been committed against him by the defendant, but nothing connecting a threat to a demand. So they want their advantage, like, where's the monies? It does not remotely support a claim under Florida Statute 836.05. It is a frivolous, contrived claim, because the complaint is devoid of factual allegations that, if true, would constitute a crime of extortion by the defendant. The complaint fails to state a claim under Florida Statute 836.05 and must be dismissed. There's a footnote, by the way, for 2 here, although not relevant for the present motions. In an eventual motion for summary judgment on any remaining counts, it will be shown that this lawsuit was filed by the plaintiff to provide content for his channel, What the Hell. So they're like, he actually is filing this not because he's afraid, not because, somebody pulling a pew-pew on you and calling you an arpist. That might actually be some kind of damage. No. It's all about the... You know what? There's many ways to get content. And this would not be one that you would want ever. Like, this is the absurdity. Like, their fallback. It's all about the content, baby. Holy clown freaking car, man. Oh, the complaint fails to state a claim for tortious interference. Count 5 and 6 of the complaint allege as follows, with count 6 substituted defendant Cook for defendant Preston. 71, Hales maintains valid enforceable contracts, business relationship with his customer. 72, Preston is knowledgeable, contractual and business relationships between the Hales and customers. 73, despite no knowledge of the customer's contracts and business relationships with Hale, Preston intentionally and without valid justification interferes with such relations. And 74, Hales is damaged by Preston's unlawful conduct by losing revenue streams that otherwise would remain with Hales absent Preston's interference with Hales' valid contractual relationships. The only factual allegation addressing lost revenue streams is paragraph 31 of the complaint. Despite knowing the falsity of their statements, Preston and Cook used the defamatory statements to persuade Hale's customers to stop supporting Hale's. There is no further facts alleged as to how the defendants persuaded customers to stop supporting Hale's. I'm going to say that if you call somebody an ARPist, maybe that would be damaging. Maybe that would persuade people not to support you. I don't know. I'm not sure. How about you? Would you support somebody that you actually thought was an ARPist? Because I'm going to go, I don't feel like I'm going out on a limb and saying, yeah, that might stop some kind of support there. Huh. There are no further facts alleged as to how the defendants persuaded customers to stop supporting Hales, what type of support was impacted, what specific customers stopped supporting the Hales as a result of defendants' alleged statements, or what revenue was lost. The elements of tortious interference with a business relationship are 1, the existence of a business relationship. Number 2, let me say, by the way, tortious interference is a difficult one. Like, that is a difficult thing to go out and to get a win on. It is. So, looking at this, I'm not talking about their case specifically. I'm just talking about period. It's difficult. So it'd be interesting to see, you're saying, I have A-B relationship and somebody seed themselves into it. But 1, existence of business relationship, knowledge of relationship, part of the defendant, an intentional and unjustified interference with the relationship by the defendant, damage to the plaintiff as a result of the breach of the relationship. A second here. A protected business relationship need not be evidenced by an enforceable contract. However, quote, the alleged business relationship must afford the plaintiff existing or prospective legal or contractual rights. In Florida, a plaintiff may properly bring a cause of action alleging tortious interference with present or prospective customers, but no cause of action exists for tortious interference with a business relationship to the community at large. As a general rule, an action for tortious interference with business relationships require business relationship evidenced by an actual identifier, understanding, or agreement, which in all probability would have been completed if the defendant had not interfered. Again, you see the cases there. The court held that the claim of tortious interference with a business relationship requires proof that the plaintiff had a business relationship with quote-unquote identifiable customers. And again, you can see the action. The court upheld dismissal of tortious interference claims on the ground that the complainant does not identify the customers who were the subject of the alleged interference. This is not very long. We're almost done. I'm hitting it, all of it here. As the Supreme Court said in an action for tortious interference with a business relationship generally requires a business relationship's evidenced by an actual identifiable understanding of agreement, which in all probability would have been completed if the defendant had not interfered. The cause of action cannot be established by proof that the defendant interfered with the relationship between the plaintiff and the public at large, Yet this is precisely the basis of the claim asserted in this case. The plaintiff alleged that the conduct in question resulted in a general loss of business, and even if that could be proven, it would not amount to tortious interference with a business relationship as defined in, again, because the interference alleged here is not specific, the claim must fail. More recently, another Florida appellate court explained, the defendants all allege that the complaint is legally insufficient because it does not identify with any specificity the parties with whom, again, noting here, claims interference by merely stating that they constitute a group of finite marine clients. We agree. This cause of action requires a business relationship evidenced by an actual and identifiable understanding of agreement, which in all probability would have been completed if the defendant had not interfered. Person here, the bringing party, alleged merely that a finite group of marine crew clients existed without identifying any clients with whom he had an arrangement, which in all likelihood would have been completed but for the defendant's interference. Counts 5 and 6 fail to state a claim because there is no facts alleged as to any specific business loss by the plaintiff. Any specific customers defendant allegedly persuaded to stop supporting the Hales, or how it led to financial loss. General allegations of lost business revenue streams is insufficient. Claimant does not allege an actual identifiable understanding or agreement, which in all probability would have been completed if the defendant had not interfered. Therefore, claims be dismissed. Now you see conclusion, and you notice the name at the bottom, Brucey Melatonin. That's right, Brucey Melatonin. So, he is there representing. He has been talking about this shit, making all kinds of crazy statements, setting on live streams for hours and hours on end. Man, if you had a client that understood any of this, they would ream you for what you do online. They would. I have seen lawyers go out and post things on Twitter to try to clarify some things. I've even seen people give shorter, concise things with an interview. I have never seen a lawyer sit online for hours on end talking about a case that they're going to be involved in, and perhaps destroying something for their clients. It's fascinating, too, to see the reflections. Claims, damages, Where have I heard stuff like that before? I wonder. Now, again, tortious interference is a difficult one. So, and I'm not talking about whether or not I think something happened. What I'm talking about is under the law, some of these are hard wins. So you do have a hard fight there. And it's crazy. I saw a lawsuit where someone was suing for tortious interference because individuals got a person fired from their job by claiming without any arrests or anything else that this person was a certain type of predator. And it did very much provably got them fired, provably got them banned from conventions and more. They still did. Now, this was a Texas court. But still, that wasn't sufficient. That was apparently freedom of speech, according to a Texas court. So according to a Texas court, somebody could go out, call you a predator, get you fired, actually interfere with business contracts. They were interfering by threatening to withhold sponsorship money behind the scenes. It was absolutely insane. You have to have a lot go right for you. Anything, even if you are 100% right under the law, you have to have judges that know how to look at something and know how to define it. I think De Thomasis is the perfect example of what you see sometimes. So I'm not trying to be a naysayer on anything. I'm just saying, like, that's a difficult one. I hope the best for them with that. Whew, that's hard though. Now, Cindy, thanks for the 5 there. No statement attached. Plenty of statement. Thank you. Sue Scott, thanks for the 6 months. I have no more words. I'm drowning in laughter. I know. It's so difficult. I was having trouble reading that document. I was like, I'm going to die here reading this document. K-Tug News. 24 hours of face-bombing facts and depots. Yeah, welcome to K-Tug News, where for 24 hours straight we will be face-bombing facts and depositions. It will be miraculous. It will be amazing. There will be laughter. There will be tears, mostly because of said laughter. But yes, indeed. Fun times. Chaz, by the way, thanks for the 10 there. Appreciate that. Thank you. Jack Small, thanks for the 5. Doesn't the new thumbnail case asking for money actually support Hale's federal case? She's demanding money. Well, you'd have to wonder, wouldn't you? So the idea of extorting money, they said, up this, pay me. It wasn't that fascinating. I mean, you had Brucey Bruce go out there. Again, that goes to lawyer running his yap for hours and hours at a time. Like me, I may run my yap for a while. But ultimately, I am not representing anyone. I can go out and I can talk about the insanity. I'm looking at this from a sideline view. Yeah, isn't that his statements? You have to wonder. You have to wonder indeed. Here you go. Thanks for the I'm enjoying. Lynette needs to leave the area. It is amazing. Like, again, the chaos with labor. You look at Otter Creek and you look at everything described with Otter Creek. Again, they definitely sounded like they have a corruption issue. But did they have issues like this before? Oh. You know, I didn't even think about the fact that I have Pickle Tug on the screen this whole time, by the way. Oh my God. I mean, sitting here with Pickle Avatar. I mean, which is great. I love Pickle Avatar. But still, that just added its own element. Like, check these out, by the way. Look at this. I'm going to switch off a few of them. Like, check this out. So, of course, we have Mr. Drowning in content. we have, if you've ever seen the Saw movies, the reverse bear trap. There's Tug of the reverse bear trap. Tug for president. Tug surviving the attempt on him. Pope Tug. Of course, all the wonderful ones from the other case. We have Sexy Waffles. We have like Totally. This is my Totally Clueless. I'm a lawyer too. Totally, Bruce. Let's totally get them. Again, chasing that cockroach money. Chasing that breadsticks, baby. I'm on the hat rack. There's Tug's tits. I'm definitely not a bot. Ooh, Tug needs that. Tug needs that popcorn. Oh man, Dr. Evil Tug. I like this one too. Sometimes you'll notice when I'm sitting on, if you watch on, like people don't watch your avatars all the time, but if I'm sitting on a stream like Megan, I'll do this. I'll mess around sometimes. Watch it. Like this is me doing this manually, by the way. You'll notice I start doing an extreme close-up, like I'm looking in, and they're like, look, I too can show my 8 head. Oh. Tugzilla. The real Aquaman. Look at me, I'm pretty. You've already seen the pickle. Platinum Grill. Cooking with Tug. In fact, there's 2 Cooking with Tugs. Bear Mace Tug. We Want You. And then Podcaster Tug. Man. So professional. So professional. Let's go with professionally in this. Let's go. And Joe, thanks for the 2 there. Justice for Vic, indeed, man. That is one of the worst things. That has bothered me since 2019, talking about that case. That's bothered me. But anyway, we are good today. All right, tomorrow we will probably, again, I know Jeremy has his live stream. So we are looking at his content. So I'm telling you right now, we will be covering now. It's good stuff. We will have some fun looking at the Laura Owens footage. That's what I'm planning, unless something comes up where I can't do it. But that is my plan. I wanted to go over, again, if you've not heard this story, this is a person that they went out, claimed that, again, someone got them pregnant with twins. You find out that all of this, it's not only fake evidence and more, but this has happened to other people. She ends up losing a case here. She ends up getting referred for prosecution. Now you're having video footage come out of calls. So what happened is she contacted the FBI. She was trying to get people in trouble with the FBI. And her statements there actually triggered a wellness check on herself. Because they were like, yeah, she said all this stuff. So you definitely do want to see that. I mean, it is something to go over. But that is neither here nor there for the day. I just think you need to check it out. And with that, we are going to call it a day. Like I said, I want to give you all love too. You all support this channel. I switched to more live stream because this fits with the kids and everything that goes on. It's harder for me to do videos on the day. I love doing short videos, and I'll probably go back to that sometime, but I haven't had time to do that yet. When I do, I'll go back to that, and I'll hit filings that are going on. But right now we're getting them in live stream form, and I appreciate you all. Y'all have kept that going. I mean, YouTube, they don't love live streams. They don't give us support with that, but you all have. Y'all have kept that going, and again, I can't say that enough. So with that, tonight, I'm going to end this, and I very much appreciate you. Again, props to you. This is your channel. It is our channel. Let's have fun with it. Thank you.